Hey guys, it's Notion. I'm back again with another makeup tutorial video. So today, I'm just gonna focus more so on how to conceal and do like a light powder contour. Not light, but using contour powder. And this is my beautiful model. As you can see, I already did like her foundation and eyebrows, eyeshadow off camera. I absolutely fell in love with this eyeshadow look. It gives me like purple cosmic vibes that like you could have and wear at a wedding or literally any occasion. So for concealer, I used the Pro Longwear from MAC. I don't remember what color I used, but it was the perfect shade for her skin. I put it on her chin, cupid's bow area, bridge of her nose, forehead, and of course underneath her eyes. I like to use a brush and paint mine in. Then I went in with a Real Techniques fluffy brush and I just tapped in that concealer into her skin, pressing it in really nicely to smooth it out. So then I went back in with some more concealer to go closer to her eyes. She has really cute chinky eyes, but it creases a lot on the under part. So I always go back in and make sure I add more concealer, and then I just buff it out again with my Real Techniques fluffy brush. After using a brush to blend out the concealer, I went in with a damp beauty blender and I pressed it onto the skin to blend it out, and especially where she gets a lot of the creases and wrinkles underneath her eye. So you always want to make sure that you go and you buff that out with the beauty blender. I went in with Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and I set underneath her eyes. And before setting her eyes, like I said, you always got to make sure that you buff out those creases underneath the eye, because the last thing you want to do is set it and then you're going to have a whole nother problem and you're basically going to be setting the crinkles underneath her eye. So I also put it on the bridge of her nose, her forehead, her chin, and then you're going to see that I also put it around her mouth area, which is the nasolabial fold area. And then you also want to put it on the sides by the jaw to carve that area out. So if you have a client that comes in and they have like deep laugh lines, another thing you want to make sure that you do is really press in that foundation again in the areas that they get those creases. So prior to me putting the setting powder on, laugh lines, the medical term for laugh lines in that region is nasolabial fold. So you'll hear me say that in this video, other videos where I'm explaining. Um, so I don't want anyone to be confused. But yes, I went and buffed out that foundation again. And then you want to set that area. So right now she looks like a powdered donut, but that's okay. So I smooth it out and I add more setting powder in that area because it makes the foundation last more and not crease as fast in that area. So then afterwards I went in with my MAC skin mineralizing powder and I went in with Give Me Sun to do a contour on her. So we just did like a light contour powder and just slowly built up that contour. And notice I kind of just stayed in that area and went up. You never really want to go lower in that area. So on her cheek area, and that's just like a flat ankled brush that I love to use to do contour. And then I gave her some on her forehead as well. So I pretty much gave her a nice little chiseled nose job look. I really went in a lot on her nose. So when you do powder contour, this is just like a nice eyeshadow brush that I use, but I use it specifically for contouring the nose. So I went in, you always want to start on the sides of the nose and then bring it up into that eye socket area. So I used the same Give Me Sun powder by MAC, and then I went in with some more MAC Pro Longwear Concealer because I wanted to brighten that middle part. And I just drew on some more. So when I tell you I gave her like a cosmetic non-surgical nose job, I did. I took my time and really went in to make it to my liking. And then after putting that concealer on, you don't want to forget to set it again. So I took some of the translucent powder and I put it in that area that I concealed. And then I went back in again, put some contour on the sides, went back in, put some more on the nose. So you'll see at the end how great it looks. Don't be scared to take your time and really build up the nose how you want. The last thing you want to do is put too much contour powder on the sides, whether you're using cream or powder, and then you can see like a heavy line. Some people like that look. I've been there and done it like unintentionally, and I didn't like it. But if you like it, shit, go for it. But this was a nice little beat. So to set her eyes, I went in with the Milk Kush Clear Brow Gel. This is like my favorite eyebrow gel, but if you want one from the drugstore that's just as good that I use as well, you can get one from Elf Cosmetics. And I just put that on the brows. So yes, now for blush, I used the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette, and I went in with Tao, a orangey, more so of an orangey blush, and I built that color up. I know it looks like a lot, but it's okay to put a decent amount of blush because then all you have to do is add the some setting spray like how I did here, the Morphe Continuous Mist Setting Spray, and then you just use a damp beauty blender and you literally blend it out so it can just be nicely like blended and it transitions into the skin. So here I went in with my Juvia's Place Black Gel Liner. And I put some in her waterline, gave her some mascara underneath her falsy lashes, provided by Nusha's Artistry. And then I went in with the shade, the eyeshadow shade that I use for her eyelid, and I just smoked out her bottom lash line area to give it a pop of color. I love putting eyeshadow under my eyes. It really makes it pop. And if you pay attention, you could just see that purpley eyeshadow build up, and it just brings it to a whole nother like level of makeup. So here I think I went in with my Elf black eyeliner, and I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't do like a wing liner. I just wanted to line a little bit more, and I think I put it on top of the lash as well so it can blend in with the liner. So there I'm using a Juvia's Place highlighter. I don't remember the name, but it was beautiful. And I just put it on her cheeks, chin, cupid's bow, bridge of her nose, her forehead. And then you also, whenever you do highlight, some people spray before and then put the highlight on. You can do that. And then you can also spray after and then use the beauty blender and blend it into the skin. I used a dark brown lip pencil that I got from the beauty supply store. These are only 99 cents and they get the job done. For her lips, I used the Juvia's Place Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Candice. And it's kind of like a nice pinkish nude color that I use a lot on my clients. And it came out beautifully. And at the end, I used a gloss. And this is the finished look. It came out beautiful. I hope that you guys learned something from this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Thank you.